Welcome to the Miami Heat Zone podcast. We are pushing to 8,000 subscribers. Make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button and thank you for all the support. Today we have my boy Amir from the Team to Beat Miami Heat. Make sure that you guys go to his channel and hit that subscribe button. So Amir, right now, the Lakers, they've been contacting the Miami Heat about Andrew Wiggins. But before we even get into that, people have to understand there's no way that you're going to get Andrew Wiggins from the Miami Heat where he's 30 years old, he's in the middle of his prime, two-way player, okay, athletic. Okay, he's a champion, and you're telling me that you're not going to include a first round pick for him? And you have Laker fans sitting up here saying, oh, well, he's our missing piece. We all know that LeBron James and Luka are not going to be guarding these small forwards for 82 games. They're going to get cooked out there. So, what do you think about Andrew Wiggins? I don't think the Miami Heat should trade him. I think if you're going to trade him, depending on how the season goes, you look towards the trade deadline where you have Norman Powell and you have Andrew Wiggins, two guys that can contribute on any team. If you're going to trade them down the line, depending on how the season goes and depending on a record and everything like that, injuries, that's the better time where you can trade him because now you know teams will be desperate and teams know what they can expect out of those two guys.
Yeah, I don't think you make the trade unless they offer a first-round pick, but the issue with the first-round pick is that it's a future first-round pick, like in, I believe, 2031. So at that point, the expectation is that LeBron is going to be gone unless he's the biggest freak of nature and still playing basketball at age 46. But the expectation is LeBron's going to be gone, and Luka is 25, 26, so he'll be like 31. He's not the most athletic guy. We've known he has had issues with his weight. It's not like Zion-esque, and he hasn't been injury prone like Zion based on that weight, gain that he's had. But that is a very coveted pick. Like I understand why the Lakers would want to hold on to that because they might not be a great team, right? So that might be a valuable pick, but they can make it top 5, top 10 lottery protected, right? So that pick, even if they did trade for Andrew Wiggins and offer us what we've been hearing, Rui, possibly Dalton Connect and Maxi Kleber or whatever filler, make it lottery protected, and then you don't have to give it up if you're a bad team when you don't have LeBron and if Luka's a little bit older. Who knows if Luka's going to be on the team in 6 years from now? I know he did sign an extension, but crazier things can happen. Maybe he goes and teams up with his buddy, the Joker, So I absolutely don't think the Miami Heat should do it at this point unless they get a first-round pick. There's no incentive for the Miami Heat to reward the Lakers. The Lakers already had a shady rig trade with Luka Doncic. So as long as they're not offering a first-round pick, there's no need to do it. And if they're actually desperate enough, maybe before the trade deadline, to your point, if the Lakers are doing very good, but one of their weak spots is their defense because they don't have a point of attack perimeter lockdown defender. And I don't think Andrew Wiggins is a lockdown defender anymore at this age, but he was a better defender at one point. But he would still be someone who is capable of guarding the Kawhi Leonards of the NBA, like those small forwards. And Luka is not going to be able to do it. LeBron is regressing, getting older. Marcus Smart, yes, he can do it at times, but Marcus Smart has played 60 games in the last 3 seasons. Like he's cooked. So if they're desperate enough, then I'm sure maybe they'll offer us a first-round pick. But I don't think you do it unless you get a first-round pick. I'm okay with trading Wiggins to another team, perhaps. Even if we don't get a first-round pick for Wiggins, then I want a better package. I want a Jaden McDaniels, someone who's like a two-way elite type of defender, all NBA first team, starting to hit that three, who's 25 years old. If you give us a prospect like that for Andrew Wiggins and some other filler, then I'll do it. But for the Lakers package, I don't think Rui is going to move the needle enough for us. He would be a great backup big, but unless you give us that first-round pick, I don't think there's a point for the Miami Heat to gift Andrew Wiggins to the Lakers.
Now, I also don't think that this is possible, but, the Miami Heat have come out, or like at least rumors that are saying that they're interested in Kevin Durant, depending on free agency. I think that Houston, they haven't really given him the extension yet. I think they're going to wait until the season unfolds. I think they're going to wait further down the season to see, okay, what type of Kevin Durant are we getting before we sign him to this lucrative deal. But what do you think about these whole, Kevin Durant rumors and the Miami Heat still waiting around, even though it's been almost half a decade and we cannot get Kevin Durant? I just don't see it like as a possibility.
I don't know. I think we should. I think that ship has sailed. Obviously, we've missed out on him too many times. Would I still want him for like a 1 year, like $30 million deal? Like possibly. Like it depends. Like I mean, he is going into his age 36 season with the Houston Rockets, so he hasn't declined yet offensively. Defensively, he's obviously declining a little bit, but he's still not a bad defender. I just don't see him leaving the Houston Rockets. I think at this point, I don't know if he wants to continue to, jump ship and go to different teams at this point. And like, why would you go from the Houston Rockets, who have so much talent and potential, to the Miami Heat? Honestly, like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, the Houston Rockets are going to be contenders next year, right? Weren't they number one? Like, weren't they the number 1 seed or 2 seed last season? Like, as a young and up and coming team, they have Fred VanVleet, who they re-signed on a cheaper deal. Amen Thompson looks like he could be one of the next superstars in this league. He's super young, going into year 3. His offense, if he can get a jump shot, like, this guy could be like the next Kawhi Leonard type of dude, but like super athletic. Sengun looks like a baby Turkish joker. Like, look at him in Eurobasket. Like, he is extremely skilled, right? Like, they have a ton of dudes on that team. So I don't see him leaving the Rockets anyway. And what's the point? Like, if we're going to start developing our youth, if we're handing the keys to Bam and to Tyler, like, adding a Kevin Durant, I don't think makes us a championship team anyway. Maybe this year it would have, because of how weakened the East is, but next year, I don't think it's going to put us over the hump. And I don't want a 37-year-old on this roster when we were trying to go younger. Like, if we're developing Pella, if we're giving Jaime a chance, if we're giving Nico a chance, just stick with the path that we're going on. But we don't even have a real plan. Like, what's our plan? The fact that we're even bringing this up, that's a rumor that we're going after KD possibly next year. Like, what's the plan, Martel? We're not using cap space anymore. Remember, 2026 was supposed to be the cap space season. But what happens when people are getting close to free agency? They sign an extension, whether it's with the team they want to stay with, or they stay with that team. Look at Luka. Look at Dame a couple years ago, right? Like, he left, but like, look at Donovan Mitchell. Like, these guys, you think they're going to become free agents, they never become free agents. So yeah, I don't know, man. I hope we don't pursue it.
Now, where do you stand with the Miami Heat? Because I've said this before, especially with the weak East, where you have the Celtics out, you have the Pacers out, and you really only have Cleveland. I mean, Orlando made some moves. The Knicks are always going to be around. Like Atlanta, they've made a lot of upgrades around Trey, but I just think that we have a very good top 7, top 8 guys, especially where you have Norman Powell, Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo, and Wiggins, 4 guys that can get you 20. Where do you stand this season with the Miami Heat? They should at least be a top 6 seed, especially how they now have, Khalil Ware. Maybe even Bam can win a DPOY this season because he has a 7-footer behind him. Nico looked good, right overseas. Fontecchio. I just think that we have a well-rounded team of athleticism, defenders, and scorers. I think we have a well-rounded roster. So what do you think about the Miami Heat in terms of competing this season? Because when you look, these are the types of teams where you look and you're like, wait, how did they make it to the Eastern Conference Finals? Well, how did they make it to the NBA Finals? It's because people slept on them the whole season.
Yeah, I mean, I think the best we could do is probably top 4. I would say, like, our ceiling is probably the 4th seed. I would say, like, it's going to be hard to surpass the Knicks, the Cavs. I don't know who the 3rd team would be. Like, is it Orlando? Like, they did add Desmond Bane, who is a good 2-way player, and you have Franz Wagner, who's improving. You have Paolo, who's becoming one of the better younger players, future superstars of the NBA, and that team is pretty solid. Jalen Suggs was injured. Like, that defensive backcourt of Suggs and Bane is a pretty damn good backcourt, like, on the defensive end, but also offensively. Jalen Suggs got better offensively, right? His 3-point shot. We know Bane is a 3-point sniper. So they're going to be tough. Detroit is going to be tough. Like, Cade Cunningham is also becoming a superstar. Like, they added Duncan Robinson, who's a great 3-point shooter, obviously. They have other pieces. They have young guys. They have Amen's brother, who we talked about, right? They have Asar Thompson, who's a great player as well. I don't see them getting past the 4th seed, honestly. I don't see them getting the play-in if everything goes right. Like, as long as we don't have injuries, as long as players don't regress, I think the Miami Heat should be a 6th seed. One, because we re-signed Davion Mitchell. He looked like he flourished on this roster. Like, he's not going to shoot 43% from three, I think, all year long. But if he could shoot 37%, 38% from three, be that pit pull point of attack defender, that's huge. Andrew Wiggins, a full offseason, a full training camp, a full preseason, a full year, not just 17 games. He hurt his hamstring. You know, he missed a bunch of games last year, missed like 15 or 16 before the playoffs. I think having him on the team fully engaged is going to be helpful. He's a two-way former NBA champion. Adding Norm Powell for free, basically, 22 points, someone who could score, like someone that can help Tyler Hero. All of that. Bam Adebayo, hopefully, like just being steady. Give us 19 and 10, Bam. Just don't start off like last year, you know, shooting 42% from the field. Bam has never shot below 50% from the field. In his career, basically, he was shooting 42%, like just missing bunnies, like in the mid-range. I just don't see them going into the play-in again unless Tyler gets hurt, unless Bam gets hurt, unless for some reason Jaime is still horrible. Nico, it doesn't translate, you know, his progress, like as Pella Larson, like if he's not playing great, we don't have a lot of depth, Martel, that are veterans on that bench. Think about it. We have Davion is cool. He's a good player, but he's not a star. We have Jaime Jaquez going into his 3rd year. He's not a bucket. Neither is Pella. Like, we have Fontecchio, who's a good 3-point shooter, but he's inconsistent. Like, yes, we are a little bit deeper, but if those guys are not playing well, or if we have injuries, we could very well be in the play-in again as like a 7th or 8th seed. But if everything goes right and we're healthy, I see the Heat falling into that 4 to 6 range in a week in East. We're not going to win a championship, though. We can win the East.
You'd be surprised, though. Listen. Listen.
No.
All I'm saying is,
let me tell you why, though. If we make a magical Cinderella run because Norman Powell and Tyler Hero are just balling, and Andrew Wiggins is playing like he did 3 years ago with the Warriors, and Bam Adebayo is a depoy, sure, maybe we can make a run in the East and get that Cinderella run. Are we beating the Houston Rockets? Are we beating the freaking Thunder? Like, the West is a gauntlet. Like, we are not beating any of those teams in a 7-game series. Like, who else is in the West? The Rockets, the Thunder. Shit, the Warriors with Jimmy in a full season. If they're old, but if they stay healthy, the Joker. Who did the Joker get? You got Cam Thomas on that team, right? Like, they got rid of Michael Porter Jr. That's a loss there, but that guy was always injured, couldn't play defense. Like, they're still a threat. Like, I don't see the Miami Heat beating any of those teams, even if we're a top 3, top 4 seed in the East. Do you agree with that?
Listen, at the end of the day, you are right. The West is a whole nother, conversation. This season with the Miami Heat, there's just no excuses. You have the offensive guys. You have 4 offensive guys that can go out there and get you 20. Okay? We've actually gotten better in terms of we have size, we have athleticism, we have defense. You know what I mean? Now Bam can go back to the 4. Khalil Ware has another season. So there's a lot of different things that I'm looking at when it comes to the Miami. Because like I said, remember, we held a lot of these guys out of trades. I need to see what Nico looks like within this system. Because think about it. His extension is coming up. How can we gauge his extension? And we don't really know what he could do. Same, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of different variables on this team. Tyler Hero is definitely going to be an all-star. Why? Because Dame is out. Tatum is out. Halliburton is out. So he's going to be an all-star again. So the price is going to go up on him. Bam Adebayo, his extension is kicking in to where he's damn near a max player
next year.
Same thing, but he's pretty much a max player that is on our roster.
And
I'm not saying that
he's making 32. Yeah, sorry, he's making 32 this season. Next season, it goes up to 48 and then like 50. So he is a max player. It just hasn't kicked in yet.
He is a max player. So at the end of the day, I need to see what these guys are made of. There's no Jimmy Butler excuse. There's no tanking excuse. There's no injury excuse. This team has gotten better, and they're a well-rounded team. 1 through 8. They're a well-rounded team. They got young guys. They got veterans. They got scorers. They got defenders. They have size. And, of course, they have the best coach in the league. All I'm saying is I need to see a better brand of basketball that I've seen the past few seasons during the regular season. There's no more excuses for third quarter. No, we have the scorers now.
Yep.
There's no excuses. But Amir, once again, thank you for coming on the show, guys. Make sure that you guys go to Team to Beat Miami Heat. Make sure that you guys like, share, comment, subscribe. Me, Amir, Trent, Ernest, and everybody, we're going to be making content. We're coming this season, and we're going to try to deliver you guys the best content. Make sure that you guys like, share, comment, subscribe, and we're pushing to 8,000 subscribers.